Hello and welcome to this episode of Compensation Insider. Today, I'd like to talk of breast cancer awareness. It's October. October is the month of breast cancer awareness. So I wanted to discuss this because my own mother is a breast cancer survivor, and I was looking up numbers, and as per the World Health Organization in 2020, there were 2.3 million of women who were diagnosed with breast cancer, and 685,000 deaths due to breast cancer on a global basis. At the end of 2020, there were 7.8 million of women who were alive who had been diagnosed with breast cancer in the past 5 years, and it's the most prevalent cancer. So what can we do as Compenben and HR professionals during that month? I think there are four main things that we can do. The first one is awareness. And of course, we can organize, for example, a lunch and share where employees can share their stories, or you can have a non-employee breast cancer survivor coming for a lunch and learn. Of course, lots of organizations temporarily change their logo to include the pink color, or they put the pink awareness ribbon as their logo. You could also encourage employees to have a support board to write a message of support for someone who is fighting against breast cancer, or even notes for survivors or deceased loved ones, which would be a nice thing to do. And one thing I would like to highlight is that you should share education with all, because breast cancer is not just a female problem. It affects men as well, as husbands, as fathers, as sons. And so it's important that everybody gets the message that women should self-check and not lose on those opportunities. Another thing that you can do, and the second pillar I would say, is fundraising. So there are walks, raffles, lots of sporting events. So for example, in Abu Dhabi, there's the ADCB Zayed Sports City Pink Run. You could organize, for example, a pink pumpkin contest in the office to capitalize on Halloween if your organization is celebrating Halloween. And say that, put a jar next to it, say that the jar that receives the most donation wins. And you can try to, if you want as an organization, to encourage collaboration and involvement by offering a 50-50 match, for example. The third pillar, I would say, would be to encourage actual support. Employees can show support and solidarity in non-financial ways as well. There are things that are very useful and appreciated by people who are fighting cancer. So you could make a collection of, nice scarves and hats and donate them to a local center where they do chemotherapy. There's many ways, makeup classes, wigs, exercise classes, letters, and so on. They help people who are going through this difficult time, both on an emotional and a physical level. And you can also encourage donations to cancer research. The final thing is prevention. And the fourth pillar, and I would say that, for example, in the UAE, Friends of Cancer Patients have been hosting that pink caravan for over 11 years. You can book their mobile clinic to do mammograms for women over 40 years old, or, organize something similar with your health insurance provider. I think now is the time. And the sooner that somebody may find that they have cancer, the better their chance of survival. So please do take that into account and organize something this month to try and help your employees for that. Thank you very much, and see you next week.